All right, so I'll continue. So yeah, so the Latin people and the Latino people, back then, what I mean. I'm saying like even like up to like 2014, the Latino and the Latin community and the Latin people, guys like me, basically, they did their thing. They go in a place, come out, somebody might talk about, oh, that guy was really good looking, oh, that guy did this, that guy did that. But it's all whispers, it's all undertalk that's going on. So we were pretty much living in relative anonymity. I lived in relative anonymity too. If I went to college and somebody knew me or told somebody that they had seen me or something, no, it wasn't talked about at all. I would drive around, people wouldn't even look at me. People would kind of go like this, and they wouldn't even nobody would even look at me, man. I go around, people wouldn't look at me. It was crazy, you know what I mean? I was doing my own thing and just living life, being a happy young kid, and I'll tell you that as of recently, they are treating Latin and Latino people like that. You know what I mean? Now, granted, we're not being treated as bad as the Afghans, and it's not like, oh, Latino Latin people are sympathizing with the Afghans. It's not that kind of situation. The truth is that everybody is thinking, what the fuck is going on? Why is there this kind of hate towards these people? Because you see, when a community, any community, when outside communities, when they see something like, when it's really insane, like this insane amount of hatred towards somebody, they get worried. Like, really, they get worried. They go, what the hell is going on in Toronto and in the international world where these guys are being treated that goddamn badly? You know what I mean? What is going on? Why is the world doing that? You know what I mean? And I'll tell you, right? And I've told you, Saudis, when it comes to Saudis, and everybody here publicly shames the Saudis. Even in mosques, when their preachers are giving their sermons, they slam the Saudi people. The Saudi is number one enemies. In any international place, including Toronto, the Saudis get slammed like crazy. I'm not trying to do anything here. I'm just letting you know the truth and the facts by Muslims, by people who live in their regions, people who have worked there, people who still work there and make money. Everybody bashes Saudis people here. They really bash Saudis. And isn't it weird that Afghanistan got blackballed for not giving up Bin Laden, who was from one of the most wealthiest Saudi families ever? You know what I mean? For not giving that guy up. And that's insane, man. And you know what I mean? And that, like, the Saudis get disrespected, but people are afraid to disrespect them in London or in Saudi Arabia or in Paris or whatever. But over here, it's all cool. In Toronto, in Canada, the Saudis get dissed so hard by every single person. Oh, they're pieces of shit. These playboys, just because they have money, they think they're better, and they slam them like crazy. You know what I mean? It's insane. Saudis get, like, I rarely have seen Saudis living in this place. I've never seen Saudis here. I've never met a Saudi guy here. In the whole time I've been here, I've never met a Saudi guy. But, and I think that is why that they talk about them like that. But everybody here talks about them like that. So earlier in that issue that I posted in the morning, that has all the details of everything in there. They always look for a bullshit excuse to fuck with me here on a regular basis. And, it's crazy, but I feel like now, like genuinely, like I feel like I'm in this world, like no matter where I am physically am or anything like that, like my ego and my persona is in a place where it's pretty much like I'm part of it. Like I've been born. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I should have been born an adult or I was born a baby. I'm not talking about that, but like, it's kind of odd to say, it doesn't really make sense actually. So let me rephrase that. So I feel like I'm born and in the world. You know what I mean? Like I'm in the world like a baby, just like a baby is in the world. And if you would wrong a baby or cross a baby, because look, they say it's easy taking candy from a baby. They don't say, oh, it's easy taking candy from an adult, right? So when someone's a baby, that's the easiest time to fuck with them. But at the same time, you fuck with the baby, and that is taken so seriously. I mean, it can have such bad effects, to mistreat a baby or to fuck over a baby or scam a baby or just bully a baby or whatever the case is, knowing that you can't fuck with them on his level, but you're gonna fuck with them anyways. It's such a dangerous act, I would say. It is one of the most hated and putrid acts in the world. Baby killers have green lights to be murdered on site in any prison or jail. You know what I mean? It might not happen because they protect them, but you know, really, they do get murdered sometimes, man. You know, baby killers and stuff are taken as the worst of people, you know. But I feel like I got this, you know, I like being a baby. I feel like wow, like I can have emotions, I can accept things, I can feel good about myself, I can take things, I can have that effect in that thing, and I'm really there. So all these motherfuckers who have been hating on me prior to my birth, like I feel is like, you know, now they're like, you know, really pushing stupid boundaries that they shouldn't be. And it's just absolutely stupid, like what they're doing, you know, because I'm not an African baby, or, you know, and I'm not dissing Africa, but, you know, a lot of times African people, they diss themselves, you know, oh, yeah, you know, African, you know, and so I don't want to say, but I shouldn't say that. That's a really bad thing. But I mean, I'm not like, you know, like, you know, your baby on the street, or that baby that Moses threw in the river, or whatever it was. You know what I mean? So it's some serious shit. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna do that stuff, man. It's gonna have like serious consequences, man. Before they got away with it, they were enjoying it. You know, when I wasn't connected to the world, when I was locked up, you know, they didn't care, man. They would treat me however the fuck they wanted, and they're realizing now that, like, you know, but now it's a real thing, you know. And there are some people that do back off and go, you know, I don't like. This is really gonna fuck me up bad. I don't want to be in this. You know what I mean? I can accept fucking with them before in that dead time, and that is limited. But right now it would just be horribly stupid. But that's the truth. You know, they're treating the Latinos and the Latin people the way they're treating me. They're treating them all bad. And the thing is that, you know, what they don't understand. So this is the last thing I wanted to say is that, you know, as a city, you know, as a city of Toronto, it's an international city. For you to do something like that, where you say, I don't care what New York is telling me. I don't care what's going on in New York. I don't care what's going on in LA, Paris, London, England, Vancouver, Canada, Montreal. I not leave out Vancouver, Montreal, because it's in Canada. I don't care what's happening in Miami. I don't care what's happening in Berlin. I don't care what's happening in Netherlands. I don't care what's happening in Europe, Asia. I don't care, because Toronto is gonna do what Toronto wants to do. Toronto is gonna support these shitty immigrant refugee countries over better people. And nobody's gonna stop it. And you know, when you do that, like how I told you the city was bound to fail, the way that it's, you know, the stupid decisions they've taken and how they've just set themselves up for failure. Like these city developers, either they were horribly educated or they just didn't care, or both. But the fact is the city was gonna collapse. But now with the stance that they've taken here in Toronto, I guarantee you what happens is pretty much what they did with Afghanistan would happen to Toronto. What happened with Kabul? Kabul is the capital of Afghanistan. What happened in Kabul being blacklisted? Toronto's gonna get blacklisted. What happened in you know, when a country is really criticized and they blacklist a city, like that's gonna happen to Toronto. Should Toronto not, like, you know, get on their feet right away and be like, we gotta fix this, we gotta move, we can't be fucking around anymore. They don't do that, you know. I'm telling you, this is gonna become internationally blacklisted area. And when you get blacklisted as a city, like, think about it. Afghanistan was blacklisted for over 20 years. You might never come out of it. And the fact that your city is headed for collapse, that's the dumbest thing you can do, because now, like, you will be collapsing in the dark. There won't be any donors helping you. You know, here's some money to bail you out. You won't have any of that. Nobody's gonna send money to bail Toronto, not when they're blacklisted. So, you know, I'm not trying to put threats out there. I don't threaten people. I warn people and I tell people, look, dude, don't do this or don't do that, because you do something, you know, this is really stupid. I'll explain it to you why, and I'll explain to you a better solution where, you know, everybody can pretty much win at least something, you know what I mean? The best solution. But it is what it is. I'm done with this video, and enjoy watching it.